Hi everybody, here is the opening round holes 1 to 9 guides. That's the front 9 for the Spring Major here for Expert Division on the channel. Please give me a thumb up and make sure you're a subscriber as well. It is totally free. Now don't forget, after you've played your front 9, check the back 9 video as well. We've got loads of drops in both videos for you to use as references. Tweak and adapt according to your play style and take a token or two if possible to get familiar and make any adjustments or tweaks that you may need to do so. Good luck everybody, here we go with hole number 1. Awkward wind angle, but still a very good opportunity for an eagle. Starting with the quarterback before spin, aim right down the middle of the fairway there in the centre at the top of +10. Then we're switching to APOC, Grizzly and Thorn bag. We are going to go with 5.8 top spin, 1 bar, side spin to the right. You don't have to use a Kingslayer, a Kingmaker will work as well, but sometimes it's nice to cut the wind down a little bit, especially when you've got predominant headwind like we've got here. Max +10 power 3 settings is the adjustment that we're going to make. And then once we've made that adjustment, you'll see with APOC 5, I'm around the +4 yard mark, APOC 5 and above, so it's going to be a fairly slow needle, a little bit of shake on it, full overpower, no curl. APOC 4, you're going to be near a P3 max, so you will have a shakier needle. You can always switch to a higher power ball if you want to guarantee a slower needle. But perfect ball away, going down the fairway, you're going to be in the region of 355 yards. Second shot, making a fringe check at the back of the green, so BFC on the notepad, back fringe check, +5 with the Grizzly 9, it's where the green meets the fringe. That will be +8 with Grizzly level 7 and 8, because you've got 3 yards less power. Then we're setting up with the ball guide through the hole before spin, and then I'm applying spin to get the ball guide, as you will see here. I'm going to use around 2 bars of backspin and maybe a smidgen of right spin, but we want the ball guide to be 1.5 green squares through the hole, but missing on the right hand side. Pause the video, get a reference there or a screenshot of the setup that I make here. For a +5 back fringe check with the Grizzly 9, we're going to play that 16% slider with 30% elevation, 2% per yard. So if you've got a +4 back fringe check, you go 14 instead. Centre the ball and hit perfect, and with a bit of luck, and of course careful shot execution, you'll be in for the eagle. I'm going for a rough bump from the right hand side of the tree with this wind angle, and I'm going to go here with 2.4 backspin and 3 left spin. You can double check the backspin amount when you've got your rings in the right place. I'm going with the red ring touching the rough line there, just making sure that I've got all of the red ring inside the rough, and then the ball guide will be going to the pin. So if you call that 2.3 or 2.4 backspin, it's up to you. Everybody has kind of different views on these things and what feels good to them, but that's the ball guide and the ring reference. The adjustment is going to be max -5 power 3 settings, and use sniper 10 numbers regardless of your club level. The good news is here I've dropped this one even in max wind with a Kingmaker, so this has been tested up to and including 9.1 miles per hour, so don't panic if you don't have a wind 4 ball, because this will drop in all wind 3 ranges. Of course, perfect ball is advised, especially playing close to the tree. Subject to any tweaks, you'll have the hole in 1. On this par 5, we're going to drive over to that fairway that I was just showing you with the zoom in. We're going to add spin first, and that's going to be 4.5 top spin, 3 bars of left spin. APOC 5 and 6, blue ring touching the rough on the left at the top of +10. APOC 4 will have 30% of the blue ring overlapping the rough at P3 max rest. Adjust maximum distance with 5% elevation. For me, that is 5.8 rings. Then it's time to take our shot, going with 1.5 balls of curl to the left just before the circle drops as your overpower reference, and then of course hit perfect. Going to bounce comfortably on the fairway in the tree shadow and roll down the next fairway, and we want to get that extra little roll out there to be in the region of 370 yards. We're going to make a sand check here. It's a bit awkward to get the line right, but try and be in line with the pin even though it's far away. Bullseye over the front edge of the bunker. Then it's time to add spin. 1 top spin and 3 right spin. May vary a bit depending on your drive, and you can see here I'm just doing a bit of a re-spin, adding a couple of clicks of top spin. But I'm aiming with the ball guide around 3 to 3.5 green squares short, aiming at the pin, as best you can at least. And then for a +2 bunker check there, or sand check, playing it 80% slider, 55 elevation. This one plays quite dramatically downhill, especially with the crosswind. So +2 will be 80%, +3 will be 82%, and so on. Pull this one over the bullseye and hit perfect. And then it's going to bounce very comfortably before the bunker, hopping over the sand and onto the green. And we're just getting this one in. The tweak is given on the notepad, should get you right at the pin. On this par 3, I'm going to try the Guardian here on the opening round, going with 7 backspin and 3 left spin. Then I'm looking at the second bounce. In the video, I've got this one at the top left corner of the green square, which is, you know, above and left of the pin. But it will need a little bit of a tweak. However, saying that, it's not just a simple tweak. This is a very difficult par 3 with massive elevation, and you could tweak this one for a long time and still have issues dialing it in. So this will get you close. If you're lucky, you might get the drop. Max +55, power 3 settings. Max +55, power 3. If you've got the Guardian level 7, then you will need to use Guardian 8 numbers, otherwise you will be under adjusting due to the lack of power that will be calculated with those numbers. Very close miss here though with the Guardian, and it is great safe either side on this tough par 3. Decided to show you a send it on this one, however it is not without risk, so please be advised on that one. 3 top spin, 2 right spin, top of +24 with APOC 5 and above, inner ring touching the rough line. APOC 4 you will have a little bit of the inner ring overlapping the rough, but not much at all. You will be at P5 max rest. Max +10, power 5. This one is aggressive and may not be great safe, so proceed with caution. If you don't fancy it, lay up similar to as we did with the qualifying round. You can play a thorn rings from min shot instead. I would suggest you go 0 elevation, but that is untested. So max +10, P5. I push up to the top of +16 with APOC 5 and above, top of +22 if you've got APOC 4, 0.9 ball curl to the right, full overpower. You will have a little bit of a shake, but you want to catch the rough and roll out there for a very nice end bringer wedge if you want to take the aggressive route. I thought we'd try and go a little bit cheap on some of these par 5s, so here's a Titan shot. Blue ring touching the rough on the right with APOC 5 and 6 at P3 max rest. APOC 4 will have 30% of the blue ring on the fairway and would need to stretch out 1.7 rings to find the position. 5.8 top spin, 1 bar right spin, adjust max +10, P3. The reason I go with the Titan, it's sometimes nice to save a Kingmaker of course, but I want the extra wind push to get me as far down the fairway with a slow needle as I can. Max +10, P3, push up 1 ring with APOC 5 and 6. I would recommend you push up 2.5 rings with APOC 4, but please test that with a token. Full overpower, no curl, hit perfect. I would rather push up more than less because you don't want to clip the rough on the first bounce. You can see we're about a ring clear there. Great left might land in the rough directly though, so try and get a perfect ball away. You're looking for a drive around 425 yards. Second shot, I find the min line, so make sure you've packed the grizzly. And then I'm going to push up here 5 rings. Then I add spin to get the ball guide. Try and do this with just backspin if you can. Ball guide around 1 cup or maybe half a green square short of the hole, aiming at the pin. Great balls left or right might need a little different setup here or more push up, but try and replicate the position shown, land yourself comfortably on the fairway. 25% elevation for a 5 ring push up. I'm playing 13% slider, 2 pulls over the bullseye. This one will need a little tweak. You can either tweak the elevation or the power ball setting. I'm going with power 3 numbers, or you can tweak the aim. The choice is yours here. It's kind of an outside chance at an albatross, especially using a wind 2 ball, but it's worth a go, and if you want to save a kingmaker, we've got a very close look at it there in this video. Detail is key here with this setup. We're going to set up before spin, and I want to have the bullseye just at the last point it clips the rough with the ball guide short there, and we want the ball guide to be missing the edge of the cup as shown. From the left, as you're looking at it from reverse, if you're looking at it along the line of the shot, it's missing right, of course. Then we add spin, and that is half a bar of side spin to the right. I would recommend a token or two to get familiar and accurate with these steps, because there's a lot of details here, and if you're not accurate, you may not get a very good speed and you may risk the birdie. So please be advised on that one. This is an aggressive look at it. Mid plus 35, power 3. I would recommend you keep the wind below 8 miles per hour though. Use sniper 10 numbers, perfect ball, and we're catching the rough very nicely, and we get a very good speed dropping it for a hole in one. Very nasty wind angle here, and we're going to go with the quarterback, blue ring touching the rough on the left at the top of plus 10. Then switch to APOC and grizzly bag. 5.8 top spin, 3 left spin, and then we are going to adjust our rings. Maximum distance, 0 elevation. This is going to be a full overpower shot, but it will have a fairly steady needle with APOC 5 and above. You're at plus 3 yards. Might be a little shakier in higher winds though, and will be a little bit shaky with APOC 4. Half a ball of curl to the left, and of course try and hit perfect with our full overpower. Bouncing comfortably on the fairway, and we're getting a roll out here to around 345 yards. Now the second shot's going to be a bit tricky to get an eagle, but I have actually got one to show you. Back fringe check, bullseye over the fringe, in line with the pin where it meets the green. And then time to add spin. May take a little respin or moving the target around to find the position, but you'll want around 3.8 backspin and 3 left spin. And the key thing here is to have the ball guide just a little bit high of the pin. You can see I've got it here around 1 green square, just checking the spins here, just having a little bit of a respin, and you'll see the position I settle on here is having that ball guide just pointing to the corner of that dark green square. Then we're going to go for a plus 4 with grizzly 9, plus 7 with grizzly 8, 12% slider, 20% elevation. Okay, 12% slider, 20 elevation for our back fringe check. 2% per yard, and then time to take our shot. This is not most likely going to drop every single time. It is a nasty wind angle, but an eagle here will be a very good bonus on your scorecards. If you want to support the channel and the free content here, the best way you can do that is to head over to patreon.com/BK Golf Clash. No monthly commitment, and there's several levels there. You can choose whichever support suits you the best. All of them get all of the perks, so you get wind charts, elevation guides, shootout elevation sheets as well, all in printable format, as well as early access to tutorials and other exclusive content here on the channel. So if you do want to support us, it's greatly appreciated. Head over to our Patreon page. Very close to an albatross with only a katana here. 1 backspin and 3 right spin. And then we're setting up with half of the blue ring inside the rough on the right, with APOC 5 and 6 at the top of plus 2. APOC 4, you will have 80% of the blue ring in the rough at the top of plus 8. Then we're going to adjust max plus 20 because the tailwind will give us an extra push on the drive. So make sure you adjust enough here. Max plus 20, power 2 settings. Of course, there will be more aggressive routes for the albatross, but in the limitations of time, I thought I'd show you a very close miss with the katana. Premium balls, of course, will be an advantage. You could even send this fairly close to green, I would think. Going without a wall curl to the right, no overpower. Make sure you don't put any accidental overpower on, especially in tailwind. And we're rolling down here to a drive distance of around 330 yards. Second shot, I'm going to go with between 1 and 1.3 topspin. Depends where you are on the drive, but always 3 left spin. Once I've found the position that I want, I'm going to then adjust true club distance or landing position plus yards. If you've got a plus yard reference, then it's good to use that, but you don't have to. +1 is 72% slider, 15 elevation, and then obviously it's 2.5% per yard. So if you were at +2, you go 75%. I would use sniper 10 numbers here, and then we're going to go with around 0.9 ball curl to the left. Again, no overpower. Make sure you don't put any overpower on this one. Perfect ball. You can tweak the curl to be more aggressive if you like. This is primarily a get to green safely, but you can see here it is tweakable, a little bit more curl, and we'd have had that in for an albatross with a katana. Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots. Free guides are posted, as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources. So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.